In this video, we will talk about some types of configurations. But first, let us define configurations. A configuration written VR, BK is a finite incidence structure consisting of a set of points and a set of lines such that A. There are V points and B lines, B. There are K points on each line and R lines through each point, and C. Two different points are connected by at most one line. A configuration in the plane consists of a finite set of points and a finite arrangement of lines, such that each point is incident to the same number of lines and each line is incident to the same number of points. So, a configuration is an incidence structure of V points and V lines such that there are R lines through each point, R points on each line, and two lines meet in at most one point. So now that we have a brief background about the configurations, let's proceed to the first configuration. Desargues configuration, introduced by Desargues, who is a French mathematician and engineer who is considered one of the founders of projective geometry. It is a configuration of 10 points and 10 lines with 3 points per line and 3 lines per point, and also closely related to the Desargues theorem, which proves the existence of the configuration. The Desargues configuration has the notation 10 sub 3, 10 sub 3, meaning that each of its 10 points is incident to 3 lines and each of its 10 lines is incident to 3 points. Its 10 points can be viewed in a unique way as a pair of mutually inscribed pentagons or as a self-inscribed decagon. So how we will know if it is a Desargues configuration? If the 3 straight lines joining the corresponding vertices of two triangles ABC and A'B', all meet in a point or the perspector, then the 3 intersections of pairs of corresponding sides lie on a straight line or the perspectrix. Equivalently, if two triangles are perspective from a point, they are perspective from a line. The second configuration is Cremona-Richmond configuration that was introduced by Antonio Luigi Cremona in 1877 and Herbert William Richmond in 1900s. A Cremona-Richmond configuration is consisting of 15 lines and 15 points, having 3 points on each line and 3 lines through each point and containing no triangles. The Cremona-Richmond configuration is self-dual. It is possible to exchange points per lines while preserving all the incidences of the configuration. The last configuration that we will discuss is Schlafli 666. That was introduced by Ludwig Schlafli, who was a Swiss mathematician specializing in geometry and complex analysis. The Schlafli 666 is a configuration of 30 points and 12 lines. The lines of the configuration can be partitioned into 2 subsets of 6 lines. Each line is disjoint from SKU with the lines in its own subset of 6 lines and intersects all but one of the lines in the other subset of 6 lines. Each of the 12 lines of the configuration contains 5 intersection points, and each of these 30 intersection points belongs to exactly 2 lines, one from each subset. So in the notation of configurations, the Schlafli 666 is written 12 sub 5, 30 sub 2. The intersection graph of the 12 lines of the 666 configuration is a 12-vertex crown graph, a bipartite graph in which each vertex is adjacent to 5 out of the 6 vertices of the opposite color. The Levi graph of the 666 may be obtained by replacing each edge of the crown graph by a 2-edged path. The intersection graph of the entire set of 27 lines on a cubic surface is a complement of the Schlafli graph.